The following is an exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the National Football League.
On this episode of the Panthers Huddle, hitting the trail, the Panthers hope a 3-game road trip starting in Nashville can help pull them from the ring of fire. And the struggles continue on offense. Thomas Davis breaks down some key plays in this week's film room. Plus, giving thanks. Panthers players are feeling the spirit of the season by lending a helping hand to families across the Carolinas. Hello and welcome inside this Week 12 edition of the Panthers Huddle. I'm Carla Gebhardt. Following a devastating loss to the Cowboys, the Panthers will embark on a 3-game road trip, and it all starts this Sunday in Tennessee and ends with 2 straight division games. However, the team knows that none of that really matters at this point. It's all about making tangible progress in the 7 weeks that remain in the season.
We just have to focus on our execution at this point in the season. It's really about us and what we do.
While the Panthers come into this week's game with 3 straight losses, so do the Titans. Carolina hoping to pounce in Nashville for their first road win of the season and perhaps gain some momentum before facing the Bucs. With Will Levis behind center for the Titans, it will be a battle between 2 rookie quarterbacks, both with a lot to prove yet in their NFL careers.
I have a ton of respect for, obviously the other rookie quarterbacks, know a lot of them well, and, it's about the team. It's about the unit. And, I play for the guys around me, play for the team, and we all do that. So at the end of the day, no matter what, I want to go out there and win, for the guys that I'm playing with, for the coaching staff, for the organization, for the fans.
However, the Panthers once again missing a key member on the offensive line. Austin Corbett re-injured his knee in Week 11 and will likely miss the remainder of the season with an MCL strain. Corbett just returned to action after recovering from an ACL injury in the same knee.
Our doc's saying, this is it, your season's over. It hit me a lot harder than with my ACL, just because ACL was season was over anyway. So it was tough.
It's been one of those things. Last year we were so blessed to not have really any injuries until the very end of the season, and then this year we had guys going down left and right. So it's just nature of the beast, and just continue to work with those guys and just get all those combinations going. So
everybody has something that maybe they're doubted or maybe they're underestimated, something that put a chip on their shoulder. So my kind of thing is whatever that is for you, anyone in this locker room, put that chip on your shoulder when you come to practice, when you come to meetings, and then obviously when it's game day, put that chip on your shoulder and go out there with someone to prove wrong.
While the Panthers and their fans probably aren't very thankful for the way the season has gone so far, we know there are so many more important things to be grateful for this time of year. The Panthers are showing that gratitude by embracing the true spirit of the holiday season and giving back. It's this week's Coke Community Spotlight.
you guys excited for tonight? Come on, let me hear you. Are you guys excited for tonight?
So it has been an awesome event. We've had over 1,200 kids here today, and that is just a testament of these kids and how excited they are, and they are just pumped.
I will be on the news. Hey, Mama!
So guys, tonight we're gonna play some Top Golf. We're gonna get some face paintings. We got some arts and crafts downstairs. We got pool tables. So we're gonna have a great time. At the end, we're gonna have a Thanksgiving meal for you to take home to your family. Happy Thanksgiving from all of us to your family. And let's go play some golf. Mac and cheese. Hey, it's really good. You should try some. This is the kind of thing I live for. I love being involved with the kids. I love serving. I love being able just to be with the kids and to see them have fun and really be carefree. That is one of my absolute favorite things about what we do. So just thank you to everyone involved. Harris Teeter, Second Harvest, David and Nicole Tepper, the Carolina Panthers. I mean, everyone in this, there's so many hands in this that makes this such a great event.
Seeing the kids smile when they see the players. I have the blessing to always have the rookies with me at community events, and it's really fun to see them just kind of come out of their shell because they're humans outside the uniform. And so to see them be able to do this and for me to be by their side is just, that's a blessing.
The players and the kids were having a dance battle off whenever we were coming off the field. The kids they're getting their face painted. They're telling me what I need to get on my face painted. We hit a couple balls with the kids. I hit one in the back fence. I'm like, that's it for me. So they all cheered and we had a good time. So just excited to continue to hang out tonight and just have more memories to come. That'll work. I do not. There's no candy in there. It's a Thanksgiving meal. Yeah, every bag's the same. You're welcome.
This is just going to set them up for the holiday. So when they leave tonight, they get a box of food from Second Harvest, and that's just going to help them through the rest of the month and through the holidays.
We got that. See you, buddy.
It's just such a nice feeling to know that not only they're getting the meal tonight, golf and all this fun stuff, they're going home with what really is important for them for the remainder of the month.
Awesome. I hope you had a great time tonight. We'll see you guys next time, okay?
Frankie Louvu hosted foster families from the Charlotte Angels program at a local bowling alley on Tuesday. Each family received a love box filled with supplies and gifts for the holiday season. Defensive tackle Shai Tuttle held turkey drives in different locations across the Tar Heel state this year. While Tuttle is new to the Panthers this season, he's no stranger to the Carolinas. The North Davidson High School alum gave out turkeys at separate events in the Winston-Salem and in the Charlotte area.
This exclusive presentation of the Carolina Panthers television network is brought to you in part by Bank of America, official bank of the Carolina Panthers.
We've got more changes for the offensive line as we head to Nashville to play the Tennessee Titans this Sunday. Our own Darren Gant spoke with Coach Reich about Austin Corbett's absence, trying new things on offense, and stepping up on defense to face a fellow rookie quarterback.
All right, welcome, Coach Frank Reich. Obviously, Thanksgiving week. Plenty of things to be thankful for. First and foremost, I know it's got to be a neat time for you being here around your family. I mean, Charlotte was kind of home for a lot of those guys anyway.
No doubt. All three of my children live in this great state, so being here, working here, being around family and grandchildren, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Grandpa Frank's probably fun to be around on Thanksgiving. I imagine that's good stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the grandchildren, they always have a way of lightening the mood no matter what's going on, right, throughout the season. And that's what family's all about for sure.
No doubt, and that's the important stuff this time of year, of course. But got to talk a little bit about football. After last week's game against the Cowboys, there are obviously going to be a lot of questions about the offense and how you kind of do things moving forward. You guys experimented with some different stuff. I mean, some different things with Bryce, under center, from the shotgun, different things. Is that going to be just kind of how it is for the rest of the year as in terms of looking for the right mix of how to deploy this personnel?
Yeah, I think there will be an element of that each week, trying to, as you said, experiment with things, add and develop things. And I think, right, that's what we have to do, looking for creative ways to mix things up and to be more productive, score more points.
One of the things that jumped out last week, obviously, was the way you ran the ball against the Cowboys. I mean, there's some physical style players here on this roster existing when you walked into it, and I think that kind of gave Bryce a little bit of time early on. If you could replicate that first half, obviously, that would be helpful in that regard, wouldn't it?
No doubt. Anytime you can run the ball like we did, it helps. It helps set up play action off of it. It helps in the pass. Those guys can't gear up. They don't pin in their ears back just rushing the passer. So that would be a good thing for us to continue to build on.
You've talked about this throughout the time you've been here. I mean, with Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders, two kind of different backs, but they complemented each other really well, especially in that first half last week.
They really did, and we love both of them. Yeah, two different styles, as you said, Darren. Both running hard, both making plays. Yeah.
One of the difficult things, obviously, in that regard this week's going to be trying to adjust without Austin Corbett in the lineup. Unfortunate news about his injury coming out this week. How do you kind of move forward with yet another change up front among that group?
Yeah, it's tough. First of all, like you said, for Austin, I mean, that's heartbreaking after what he's been through to fight to get back and, now to have a setback. But you got to move forward. And so, this is an opportunity for some other guys to step up. We worked that out during the week as far as, who we're kind of leaving that as an open competition for those guys. And we'll see how we'll roll on Sunday.
When you look back at last week's game, Derek Brown makes a couple of impact plays. I mean, he really has been as consistent a performer on that defense. I mean, Frankie Louvu's always back there providing energy and doing Frankie things, but just the consistent job Derek's been doing up front, that's got to be a reliable foundation for all this.
Yeah, Derek's very disruptive, and he plays really hard, and he plays a lot of plays, for a defensive tackle. And like you said, Darren, the most impressive thing about it is the consistency at which he does that. Every week it's showing up on the tape, big plays, playing hard, playing with great effort, being a great leader.
Yeah. This Tennessee team, you're familiar with that quarterback because you and I stood together in Kentucky watching Will Levis work out before the draft. Tell me about what you thought of him that day and kind of beyond as you went through this process.
I mean, big, strong arm, really highly intelligent, good athlete. Excited for him in his career. I think Will's, and he's gotten off to a pretty good start. Obviously had that, great first game. And like every quarterback who's just starting out, you go through a process of learning it. But all those guys that we looked at, as we've talked about many times, I was excited about all of them. Glad we got the guy we got, but excited for Will and his career as well.
No doubt about that. Very good. Frank Reich, everyone.
Closed captioning for the Panthers Television Network is provided by Charlotte Eye, Ear, Nose, and Throat Associates, helping you enjoy the sights and sounds of the NFL all season long.
All right, you know what time it is. It is time for TD's Film Room. We're looking at the good and the bad against the Cowboys game so that we can learn and get a win over the Tennessee Titans. And, of course, we're going to start with the offensive line. 7 sacks on Bryce this week or this past week in the loss, but they can build off that and learn from it, right?
You definitely can build off of this. And really, when you give up 7 sacks, that's really all you can do. You can build and you can learn, and you can not go out and repeat those mistakes. And we had a ton of mistakes. And it really, to me, started with the first play of the game. We're going to jump right into this film. As you can see, film study as a football player sometimes can get the best of you if you watch too much film. And I don't know this to be 100% accurate, but as I watched this play by Austin Corbett, that's what I'm thinking happened on this play. Because a lot of time when you have a guy sitting right here in a chip position where you have this guy, and then you have the tight end who's sitting in a position where it's clear that he's not getting out in a route, right? So once you see that as a defensive end, usually you make a check. You make a check to a stunt, any kind of line game. So now, usually this guy's going to come up here, and he's going to come underneath to avoid being chipped. So I'm thinking from watching this set by Austin, he's not kicking back heavy. Now, he beats him cleanly off the edge, and I watched this play. I'm looking at his eyes. His eyes are on this defensive end the whole way. He's not focused in on his guy. It looks like he's trying to set a pick, and Parsons is supposed to come underneath because he's running that gap so wide. Normally, that's how they run that TE game, but it didn't end up happening on this play, and he just got beat. Bryce was under pressure on the first play of the game, and he had to just throw the football away.
Not only that, but it affects the wide receivers as well, right, in the space that they're not even really at the end of their route before Bryce can throw the ball.
Exactly. So whenever a quarterback is in a position, you're sitting in the pocket, and you're waiting for your receivers to turn around, and now you have to worry about the defensive line. You can't see downfield, so you may have a guy that ends up being wide open that you never have an opportunity to get the ball to because of the pressure up front. And that's why coaches defensively always tell us it works hand in hand. The front end and the back end working together in tandem to put pressure on the quarterback. Well, Bryce was under pressure a lot in this game, and whenever you walk away with giving up 7 sacks offensively, you walk into the next week and you know that you can't allow a game like that to happen again.
Yeah, Panthers were able to do some good things, though, and one of those resulted in a touchdown last week.
Yeah, we talked about some of the bad things that happened, but right here, we're going to jump right into this play, too, and we're going to show you right now. You got to figure out, because Dallas, they are a team down in the red zone that likes to play man-to-man coverage. When you watch this play right here, this is what you call a man identifier. They're going to send a guy in motion, send Tommy Tremble. Now, we know right now that This guy has him man-to-man. If you watch DJ Chark on this play, so Chark does a great job because the refs are always looking for receivers that are setting picks on defender. You can't tell that DJ Chark is picking on this play. If you watch him right now, it looks like he's in position to receive the ball, but it forces this defender who's in man coverage to go over the top. Bryce Young does a great job of getting the ball out quick to Tommy Tremble where he can run and get this ball in the end zone. This is what this offense is capable of, and we know Bryce Young has been a player when he was at Alabama, and even times this year, he's shown that when he's given time, he can hit the man in stride, hit him accurately, and put us in position to be successful. That's why I'm saying to Panther fans, you guys are getting enamored looking at all these numbers and thinking, you know, we drafted the wrong guy. We drafted the right guy. We just have to give him an opportunity to find the guys downfield.
What do you think about the run game? We were able to establish a little bit more of that downhill run game against the Cowboys. What do you think about that against the Titans?
Those are some of the things that you have to build on. Whenever you're able to go out and run the football successfully, you got to go back to that film and figure out how did we make this happen so we can do it consistently. Once you establish a really good running game, that's going to take a lot of pressure off the quarterback. It's going to take pressure off the offensive line because it's going to keep the defense guessing. If you get in a position where you get down and you have to drop back and pass where those guys can pin their ears back and they know you're not going to run the ball, that makes it tough for our offensive line.
Yeah, a lot to build on in this game against the Tennessee Titans. TD, thank you.
No problem.
Dak Prescott and the Cowboys came into Charlotte as one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Despite our efforts to cool them off early in the game, the Panthers ended up losing another heartbreaker at home. Here's a look back at what happened in this week's Bojangles Rewind.
The two words that represent the heartbeat of the Carolina Panthers at the forefront today: keep pounding. Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys here in Week 11. And Bryce Young will lead this team out. If we can get a downhill running game going, it takes pressure off the quarterback. Hands off Hubbard, finds a seam. He's got the 30 straight ahead. First down. Another first down for Chuba Hubbard. A little spark here in the run game. Into the belly of Sanders. Big hole up the middle. He's got the 40 out to the 45-yard line. He sees the star. He plays angry. First down. Out of the shotgun against a four-man rush. Under pressure, Parsons gets him, and that takes the Panthers out of field goal range. Offensively, we've seen the same script play out twice. Panthers get near midfield. They get into third down. Micah Parsons eats.
Side!
Prescott now back in the shotgun. The snap, the throw toward the end zone, and caught for a touchdown by the rookie Luke Schoonmaker. Dallas marches down the field to take a 7-0 lead, 3:20 to go in the first quarter.
Hey, let's get our cleats in the ground, but let's play.
Yeah, we're good, I promise.
We're good.
This is an offense that's too good to give multiple chances to. Prescott steps up. Cowboys want a flag. Oh, you got to be kidding me. He slid late, he gets the flag, and it's going to be a first down for Dallas. These are the plays you can't have. I mean, this could be a 4-point swing. Panthers bring 6. Prescott to the corner of the end zone, caught by CeeDee Lamb for a touchdown. 17-3, your halftime score.
We have run the football pretty well today and need to see a little more of it.
Give to Miles Sanders, makes the first man miss. He's got the 20, drags the tackler. Miles Sanders looking about as good as he's looked since week 1 against Atlanta. Well, that brings up 4th and 2, and that brings up a decision then.
It looks like offense is going on the field.
Chuba Hubbard, the running back, play action. Little bootleg. Young throws. He's got Thielen. Makes the catch. You think he stepped out of bounds. First down, Carolina. Shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Young throws. He wants Thielen, who hauls it in for a first down of the 26.
That's a beautiful throw.
That's another 4th down conversion. What is that? 3 on this drive.
Now we just got to continue to stack plays on offense.
Young throws. He's got Tommy. Near side 2, 1. Touchdown, Carolina. Cowboys extend back to a 2-score lead. It's 24-10. Bryce Young takes the snap. Play action. Throws. Intercepted. Picked off by the Cowboys. And they're going to run this back for a pick six. That is Deron Bland. Made a diving interception. That's a backbreaker.
It's crumbling, and it's crumbling fast right now.
And a sack by Micah Parsons. That is number 3. 3 drives end on a sack. Young under pressure, ducks away from one and then dropped. Dorrance Armstrong gets back there. Pressure from up the middle. He's trying to get away. Sneaks away. Fumbled it away. Donovan Wilson made the tackle. Young lost the football.
Keep talking about can't beat ourselves. Penalties, turnovers.
A one-score game going into the fourth quarter. It turned on turnovers today. Too many mistakes. Panthers fall to 1-9. Cowboys take it 33-10.
Unfortunately, that's all the time that we have. Thanks for watching today. If you're not in Nashville this weekend, you can see the Panthers take on the Titans on your local Fox station Sunday at 1 p.m. or you can listen to the game here in Charlotte on 99.7 The Fox. So for Thomas Davis, Coach Reich, and the entire Huddle crew, thanks for watching. And now we're going to leave you with some sights and sounds from our annual tree lighting ceremony here at Bank of America Stadium.
Welcome to the Carolina Panthers and Charlotte FC 10th annual tree lighting. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You've been watching the Panthers Huddle, a copyrighted presentation of the Carolina Panthers and the NFL.